This is Chef Cha-Cha Dave. In Pig Latin, it's Haka Haka Avde. I learned that actually from my little porker friend up here, Rosie the pig. She's right up here, okay? She's got her little apron on. She's cute. I really like her a lot. At any rate, especially because she doesn't talk, she doesn't say anything. Alright, tonight I'm going to make a cake. I'm making a meatloaf cake. It's quite a conversation piece. Here I have meatloaf. Okay, it's going to have mashed potatoes as the frosting. We have these pans here which I'm going to use, and that's going to bake the meatloaf and hold them in the shape. I'm going to spray a little olive oil spray in the pan, give it a good amount, alright, so that it won't stick. My hands have been washed. Get your hands in this. Don't use a fork or a spoon or anything else. You take your meat out, flatten it out a little bit, put that in the pan. And if one is a little thicker than the other, the thicker one will be on the bottom of your cake. Okay, now you press this all around like this. Try to push all the way into the edges. Now I've refrigerated this meat for 4 hours. It's been marinating. It's your regular meatloaf mix. There's onions in here, there's ketchup, Worcestershire sauce. It'll all be listed on the video. Chopped onions, there's some peppers, ketchup, and so that it's going to be nice and flavorful. Also I put in a little bit of chili powder to give her a little heat. Okay, so now this is definitely the bottom one, I can see. I'm pushing it down in the center so that when it bakes in the oven, it will not crest up at the top. When it cooks, it's going to stay flat. Now I'm just going to give it a little bit of olive oil on the top so we get a little bit of a crust. Now, I'm going to put this on a pan lined with silver foil because these pans do leak a little bit. I'm going to put it into a 375 degree oven. It's been preheated for about 30 minutes. Okay, while that's baking, I'm going to start the potatoes. Okay, so now I'm going to put the potatoes, they're cooked, into this ricer. Now, this makes them very, very creamy. I just bought this ricer because the other one that I had was really not very good. And I paid full price. It didn't fall off a truck. I paid full price for it. It's better to get yourself one of these rice mixers, these ricers, from a restaurant style, which are, it's very sturdy, okay? So, I'm going to put more of the potatoes in here. And I'm going to put in the garlic, which has been roasted for 45 minutes in the oven. And you push that through. And how I did this, after you take it out, you just squeeze that. It comes right out the end, okay? And I roasted it a good 45 minutes on 350. And you do the same thing with this. See? Look at how that just comes out. Okay, so that's that. Press that down. Okay, sometimes you have to help it out a little bit. The garlic comes through. Okay, so that's that. Now, I put in some butter, quite a bit of butter. It's about a stick, I would think, and that really, and the butter will melt with that. Put in some sour cream, about a quarter of a cup, maybe a little bit more, but not much more than that. You're a sheer delight. You're a sheer delight. Okay. Then you put milk in there, and the milk has to be hot. And the best way to mix it is with one of these scrapers. parsley, a little salt and pepper. I put a little salt in the water when the potatoes were cooking as well. You blend that all around, fold it in. There's a few little lumps in there, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so now we have our potatoes. Over here, I've taken the meat out, I've let it sit for 10 minutes so that it kind of congeals together, okay? And this is the next one. Take that out. Okay, now, I'm going to start with putting, just like frosting a cake, and put it in the center more than anywhere else. When you put the meat on top of it, it's going to push it to go to the edges. That looks beautiful. Okay, now the second meat goes on top of that. Tastes good. I just had a piece. Okay. Now, so then I'm going to start on the top. Okay, now I have this all nice and covered. Looks like a little cake. Okay. Now I'm going to decorate it with sweet potatoes and carrots, which I pureed. I'm going to make little florets with avocado. And this has been salted and with lemon juice in there. Let me make that a little bit bigger. And we'll do a little guy in the center. Okay, that looks pretty. Another one here. I'm a Virgo, you know. Everything has to be the same size. Okay. Alright, now put a little zucchini on here, and I steamed some broccoli. Okay, so we have little broccoli florets. I have to have some vegetables with this, and then we can put a little bit more here. Sweet potatoes have a little bit of salt in it, and the carrots I cooked with the skins on so that it gives a little bit more body. Okay, that's really pretty. Now over here I have a little one because my granddaughter can't eat eggs, so there's no eggs in this meatloaf. Okay, and I'm going to make her a little one too. Okay, and so that it gets a little brown on the edges, because without any eggs the meat does not pull in. Okay, and I wanted to make sure that it was done. Okay, now we're going to plate this up. Okay, so now we're going to give this a cut. We put some tomato gravy on this, just a little bit. And a little parsley. And we have the avocado. I put a little avocado here, and some more sweet potato and carrot, and the zucchini and steamed broccoli. Okay? And this is really quite a conversation piece when you first cut it. Of course, when you cut it, it's not going to be perfect. So try to make this, and you can actually make a solid piece of meatloaf. It doesn't have to be layered. You can do it square, you can do it round, any shape you want. Okay, I hope you enjoy this. Yum!